Welcome to my next playthrough series, Battle of Hoth! I know I'm supposed to be doing Star Wars the deck building game. We will get to that after this one, but I just got this in. I'm pretty excited to play it. It looks really, really cool. It's basically a reskin of Memoir 44, which I haven't done on my channel, which I need to do. So, if you know Memoir 44, this will be a no-brainer. If you don't, tune in and I'll show you how to play it. So we're going to be playing from the Imperial perspective. I've got the dark units here are the Imperials, and of course the white units are the Rebel Scum. And you can play with heroes or not. I am going to be playing with the heroes. There are 3 different heroes that come with each faction. For the Rebel Scum, they have Princess Leia, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker. They will be using Han Solo. It's 3 specific cards for Han Solo that get shuffled into their regular deck of cards. And for us, we're going to be playing with Piet. There's Darth Vader, Piet, and I forget the last one. Darth Vader, Piet, and Veers. But since we don't have anything mechanical on the board at the moment, except for some scout droids, we're going to be using Piet in our deck, which we actually have our own deck. So a little bit different from Memoir 44. Memoir 44, you have one deck for both players. In this game, we actually have individual decks. Now, the majority of the cards are the same, but playing with the leaders is cool because it gives you 3 very specific cards for either Imperials or Rebels. Alright, let's take a look at the first mission. I have it all set up here, and of course there it is there. Things are reversed because I've got the Imperial side facing us because we're going to be playing the evil Imperial side because that's the most fun. And it's called Imperial Scout Mission. And it says, Rebel troopers are on a routine scouting mission when the sensors pick up Imperial code broadcast. The snowy plains of Hoth, the stark landscape of the icy planet, already harsh and unforgiving, now bears the weight of Imperial forces. The small snow trooper battalion is just beginning to search for the Rebel base when blaster fire comes from the dunes ahead as the Rebels move to engage the snow troopers and eliminate their ability to transmit any more information back to their larger forces. The Imperial forces seek to crush the first attack and locate the Rebel base. Okay, so what do? So Rebel Alliance, they start with 4 command cards and they start the game. Victory medals 4. If you eliminate an Imperial probe droid unit, you gain 2 victory medals instead of 1. The only change I'm going to make to the scenario, I'm going to play to 5 medals. There's 5 spaces on the board, just to make the playthrough last a little bit longer. This is the opening scenario. And for the Galactic player, we only start with 3 command cards, so a little bit more limited. Victory medals 4. Again, I'm making it 5. So the only thing we have on the board is infantry. And so the only thing we need to look at for infantry, so our snow troopers, we can either move 1 space and then attack, or we can move 2 spaces and not attack. Our droids can move up to 2 spaces and attack. This is our range, so if they're 1 space away, roll 2 dice. 2 spaces away, 1 die. 3 spaces away, no dice. And it's pretty simple. And they only have troopers, so they can move 1 and attack, 3, 2, and 1. Or they can move 2 and not attack, and that's basically it. We only have 2 different pieces of landscape on the board. We have Seracs, movement, impassable terrain, and a line of sight. They always block line of sight. So these you cannot pass through them, and they block line of sight. That's it. And then we have crevasses. Movement, impassable terrain except for flying units such as snow speeders. So basically it's impassable terrain. No, our probe droids cannot fly over crevasses. They are actually blocked as well. There are no flying units in the game. So bottom line, you can shoot across the crevasses though, because you can see across them. This blocks the line of sight though, because it just has nothing to do with line of sight. It's just only flying units can fly over it. Okay, with that said, it's going to be the Rebel Scum are going to start, so we're going to give them a shuffle. We're not going to see their cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to play a card and come at us. So we won't see that. I will do that off camera. And for us, I'll give us another shuffle. We start only with 3 command cards. 2, 3, and I'll show you the anatomy of a command card. So our 3 command cards are Recon, We can activate one unit in the center, and if it straddles the red line, it's considered, like this droid unit, it's considered on the center and on the left. When drawing a new command card, draw 2 cards, choose one, discard the other. We have Assault, which means we can activate all units on this side. So 1, 2, 3 different units, and our other card is Pressing Forward. Order 2 units of your choice. These units cannot attack, but can move up to 2 additional hexes. Oh, I should mention how far units can move. So basically, you can move 2 spaces on your turn. Unless you have an AT-AT walker, can only move 1, but whatever. So our infantry can move 1 space and attack, or move 2 spaces and not attack. Same with the droids, and same with the rebel units. They can move 1 attack or 2 and not attack. And that's it. So I'm going to take a look at the Rebels cards. They're going to be playing a card, and they start the game. Alright, so the Rebels are already off to a Han Solo start. They're playing one of the Han Solo cards. Order 2 units, so anywhere, each in different sections. So you got left, middle, center. These units roll 1 additional die, when attacking. So that is the card that the Rebels are going to play. So let's figure out which units they are activating, and then they're going to move and attack, probably. Alright, so they're going to take 1 unit from this section, so I'm just going to use the dice here. So these guys are going to be activated, and let's take a look at a unit in another section. And over on the other side, they are going to be activating these guys, and that's it. Alright, so what do? They can move and attack, or move twice. Well, they get +1 extra die for the Han Solo card, so obviously I think they're probably going to move just once and attack. So these guys are going to move up here. And then I'm going to put the little X on there, which means they can still attack. Well, let's go to the other side. You have to do all your movements first and then your attacks after. And over on the other side of the board, these guys are going to move up to here. And they will also be able to attack. So I might as well just rearrange camera here. They're going to be rolling some dice. How many dice? Well, you take a look at their card. They can move once and attack. So if they're 1 away, they get 3 dice, 2 dice, 1 dice. So it depletes as they go. Now remember the Han Solo card, they get +1. So they can only shoot at these guys because this blocks line of sight. You go center, hex, center, hex. So they will be attacking these guys. They're 3 dice, 2 dice, 1 die, but they get to roll 2 dice. So let's just go ahead, I guess. Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess I can put that there. They're rolling 2 dice, attacking. So I'm going to take the die off there, attacking our stormtroopers. And what do the dice work? The X misses. Nothing happens. The blast hits anything. And so we lose our first trooper out of the game. Taken out of the picture. Alright, let's go to the other side of the board. And I hope I'm kind of explaining it well enough so you can understand what's going on. So these guys are here. They can attack. They can either attack these guys or these guys. They're going to go ahead and attack. They'll attack these guys right here. Same deal. 3, 2, 1 dice plus a die. We're going to be rolling 2 dice. Can we see that? I guess you can. And they nail 2 of us. I forgot which one we were attacking. This one here. Wow. So we got absolutely hammered there. No, for sure. And that's it. That's the Rebels' turn. Last thing they do in the turn, of course, is they draw back up to 4 cards. Alright, over we go to us. We have to take a look at our cards. Now we got Pressing Forward, 2 units to your choice. These units cannot attack. Kind of like the idea of attacking back. We can do 1 in the center. Yeah, or we can do, you know what, we're going to do our assault card. We're going to activate all units on this side. So we actually have 1, 2, 3 units. So we're playing this card. Of course, that gets discarded for the Rebel player. And we are going to be playing assault. So let's get that organized. Alright, so the 3 units we're going to be activating, we'll be activating these guys. I'll use a die there. We're activating the 2, and we will be activating, I'll use the gear symbol because that's kind of machinery. We're activating our droids. Now we have to do all movement first and then attacks. So I'm going to go ahead, I don't know where to put these dice. We'll do all movement first and then attack. Alright, so I've zoomed out quite a bit. So these guys are going to move up here. And they will get to attack because they only moved one space. These guys will move here. They will also get to attack. They only moved one space. We don't really want to put our droids in too much danger. They're actually going to move... They're going to move 2 spaces, 1, 2. Now, they can move 2 spaces and attack. But I don't think they have line of sight to anybody. They can't have line of sight to this, or actually they have line of sight to these guys. But they don't have the range. If we look at it, because droids can move 2 and still attack, so they have 2 dice, adjacent, 1 die, and then nothing. So, 2 dice, 1 die, nothing. So these guys can't really do anything. So, bottom line is we are going to be attacking these guys. I think we can get the dice tray there. Yeah, not a problem. So let's start with, oh, and I should say the less units you have in your grouping doesn't matter. You still get the full amount of dice. Let's start with these guys. They are going to be rolling 3 dice, 2 dice against the rebels. And oof, 2 hits. Oh, sweet. All right, rebels going down. So our depleted unit nailed them. And now these guys also have 3 dice, 2 dice on the rebels. So if we get 1 hit, we're going to have our first medal. That's how you get medals. And we get 1 hit right there. We have scored first blood. So this comes right off of the game board and goes down to our tracker. So at the bottom of the board here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little indicators there. So we have our first medal. As the Imperials, we've taken out one of the units, and I am adjusting the first scenario a bit. Like I said, we're going to get 5 medals to win versus the 4 that the scenario suggests. So that's it. And then we drop another card for our hand, the end of our turn, and we get another Imperial Assault. Order 3 units of the same type. Well, all be interesting. These units may move 1 additional hex. So what's nice about that is we can move our infantry 2 hexes and attack. Because normally you can only move 1 and attack. This gives us 1 additional movement. So as long as you got 1 movement left, we'll be able to attack. So that's our cards for next time. I'm going to back the camera out. We're going to wrap up our introductory episode for today. Alright, well, that's going to wrap up our episode for today. This will be a pretty quick playthrough, probably, I don't know, half dozen episodes at the most. We, as the Imperials, are trying to get we have to wipe out 5 units. Oh, and I should say, yes, we have 4 infantry per unit. The rebels only have 3. That's how it's set up. And for our droids, we only have 2 in there. So, keeping in mind, if they take out a droid unit, it's worth 2 victory points, or 2 medals for them. So they might be gunning for our droids, but if we can keep them kind of out of danger, we might be able to keep them alive and not give them victory points. So thanks so much. Hope to see you tomorrow for the continuation. Battle of Hoth. This is just the first scenario, which is called Imperial Scout Mission. Now there's campaigns in this game as well. There's an Imperial campaign. There's a Rebel campaign. We might look into that later on, but I just thought we'd start off here with the introductory scenario. See how things work, how the dice work, how the cards work, etc. Alright, hope you join me tomorrow for the continuation.